My name is Paula Dionisio, and today I'll be reviewing the autism spectrum disorder for my inclusive fitness model. Autism spectrum disorder is a developmental disorder that affects the way an individual perceives their world, and they're characterized by their challenges with social skills, repetitive behavior, and verbal and nonverbal communications. There is not a single cure for ASD, and there is also not a single cause for ASD, while there is some links with genetics and environmental causes. Because of this, some risk factors can include sex, because males are 4 times more likely to get ASD than females, family histories because of that links with genetics, and so on. The severity of the symptoms may range from mild to severe. With the mildest level, people tend to have mild symptoms, and it doesn't interfere much with work, school, and relationships. This level is what people are talking about when they mention high functioning autism and Asperger's syndrome. People at level 2 require a little more support, such as speech therapy or social skills training. And level 3 is a more severe level of ASD, and they require the most support, including a full-time aide and intensive therapy in some cases. Criteria per the DSM for diagnosing ASD, and it has to have at least one of the following with the onset prior to the age 3. So it has to be either delays in development or abnormal functioning, which in social interaction, language as used in social communication, and symbolic or imaginative play. And the disturbance is not better accounted for by Rett's disorder or childhood disintegrative disorder, which means that you have to rule those two out before you can get to autism. So autism does not affect one specific population. It presents itself across various ethnic, racial, and socioeconomic groups, and it currently affects 1 out of 59 children in America, and it decreases every year by 10 to 17%, which is an insane amount that they do not know the cause for, and there's just no explanation at the moment. Physical activities and barriers with ASD. People with autism tend to have lower fitness levels and skills, especially in their balance, body coordination, visual motor skills, and other mobility issues. As of right now, there's no concrete results stating that people with ASD are less physically inactive than those without. If anything, the research shows that they are equally as inactive as those without ASD. And health professionals are to encourage people with ASD to partake in physical activity, because people with ASD will not typically go and initiate physical activity on their own, and they may not participate in large groups on their own. So either the gym teacher or health professionals, personal trainers, whatever it may be, they need to give the participant a little push. And some barriers that they face is that they're easily distracted, and they have a higher arousal, which means that they are hyperactive a lot, and they have weak listening skills, so they are strong visual learners. So visual aids such as the one right here, where we have little yoga poses on Velcros where they can see the pose, and they can also put it on in the specific order that they choose, which can give them a little more comfort and have a sense of control over what they're doing. In order to breaking these barriers are very important, and it allows them to feel more involved and encouraged in a group setting. Offering frequent and clear instructions is crucial, because they struggle with listening, and using visual aids such as demonstrations, videos, pictures, cards, anything that they can physically see will be a lot easier than simply listening to the instructions. Also, try to stay away from sarcastic and unclear vocabulary. And it's also good to include interest, so that way they feel it is more interesting and tailored to them while doing physical activity. Of exercises that can be included in any gym class or can be given to people with autism, so that way they can direct their energy and their repetitive movements, such as the arm circles, towards something more purposeful, and it can be all-inclusive. Is my works cited page, and that's the end of my presentation. Thank you, guys.